PA at Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. First carry now for Nick Chubb, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Here's Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They go play action with Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. On 1st and 10, Mayfield going out wide, finds Chubb. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
5 yards remain on second down. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Flushed out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Second and 9.
Play action. It's Wilson. Being chased out left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. From the gun, it's Wilson.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with the throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Wilson in the offense, not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they were going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want a guy, and that's what they're doing early in the
From the 25 on 2nd down. Will blocked by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. A little bit of time to survey the scene. That's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to. He'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie. And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Saquon Barkley. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Steelers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my...
Now Mayfield lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing, Mayfield. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Mayfield to throw it. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Mayfield. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They go play at Mayfield. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And, that one's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
Wilson still there, hauled in by Claypool. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 34. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
Well, that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They go play action now. Wilson on the move to his left. And he's taken in by the tight end Fant. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
From the 30 on second down, Mayfield. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Mayfield on play action. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. Mayfield. Rolling to his right, and he'll just get rid of it.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield, and he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now Mayfield lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Maybe the threat of Russell Wilson running the football there and him handing it off opened a little bit of a lane.
It does, and what also helps, his unselfishness, because he's not a quarterback who's going to take it every time and pull it from the running back and keep it. He will hand it inside when the reads are correct.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. He's got him in, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A first down throw for Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Throw left side, complete to Scott. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded inside. A hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Mayfield now. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Now Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And his kick is good. And the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
These two teams making their last-minute adjustments. The second half coming your way from Pittsburgh. And to bring it to you, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
A good gain on first has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Play action. It's Wilson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's going to take another shot here. And got his man complete. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play that time for Cleveland.
Well, Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. This time, the extra point up and good. And they're able to get down to 12. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Take it in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
They begin with a run by Barkley. Barkley, a 1st down and more. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Saquon Barkley. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Browns drive about to get started. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. A big play that time for Cleveland.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
They'll run with Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Three tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal. Chubb again.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Browns are back within a score. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Next to score, Steelers 28, Browns 23.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Take it in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
And even 100 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action with Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
To throw again on second down, Wilson. This is the tight end fan. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35.
And that's patience to be admired right there because he looks left, looks right, and waits for the right guy to come open, spots him in the middle of the field, and delivers.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Come on, QB, come on.
36 power.
Check 99. Check 99.
Now it's Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Fights loose. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Let's go.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Steelers.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Browns 23.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Barkley, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Switch. Check.
Throwing is Wilson. Forced out to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Kadarius Toney, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
And they're on 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play fake. Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing.
Now Mayfield lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side, a little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 109 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Here's 2nd and 9. They go play action now. Wilson. Flush to his right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here. Not done in the 4th. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Time to see what this offense has left in the tank. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. First down, Mayfield. Got an open man, it's Scott. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Mayfield on first down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, Mayfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Dancing to his left. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Check three. Come on, fellas.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Play action. Now Wilson. He'll buy some time right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 121 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. At the 2. And the Browns are right back in this football game. That is now 7. 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that. And
now Mayfield lost the football.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Mayfield.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
He'll fire one downfield for Fant, and that is incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Wilson wants to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Fighting to stay upright. That's going to go as a loss of 17 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A big loss on the play brings up 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Pittsburgh, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they will finally get an extra week to heal up a bit as they will get the late bye in Week 12.